Hello, welcome to the weekly highlights program on Azərbaycan Television with the major developments of the week. I'm your host, İlham Məmmədov. Now first, let's take a brief look at some of the top stories of this week. Organized by the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center under the patronage of President İlham Əliyev, the next Global Baku Forum under the motto The World After COVID-19 kicked off in Baku. President İlham Əliyev addressed the forum. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Əliyev received co-chairs of the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center, Vayra Viki Freiberger and İsmail Sarageldin, former heads of state and government and members of the center's board of trustees. Organized by the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center under the patronage of President İlham Əliyev, the next Global Baku Forum under the motto The World After COVID-19 kicked off in Baku. President İlham Əliyev addressed the forum. Speaking about the significance of the event, the theme of which is most of all dedicated to the COVID-19 pandemic that troubles the world today, co-chairman of the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center, İsmail Sarageldin, stressed the need to join efforts in the fight against it. In his speech, President İlham Əliyev noted that the Global Baku Forum had become one of the leading global platforms in terms of addressing problems, and this forum, which brought together intellectuals, journalists, and representatives of civil society, provided an opportunity to discuss urgent issues on the agenda. Recalling that this year, the 880th anniversary of the genius poet Nizami Gəncəvi was celebrated in our country, the head of state focused on the work carried out in our country in the fight against the pandemic, said that over the past period, Azerbaijan had done serious work on vaccination, new healthcare institutions were inaugurated, and that the situation was under control. In addition, Azerbaijan made a significant contribution to the fight against the pandemic at the global level. As the chair of the Turkic Council and the Non-Aligned Movement, Azerbaijan put forward a number of initiatives, initiated a special session of the UN General Assembly dedicated to COVID-19. Azerbaijan put forward the initiative to ensure equal and universal access to vaccines. Our country provided humanitarian assistance to more than 30 countries and allocated $10 million to the World Health Organization. In his speech, President İlham Əliyev stressed that Karabakh conflict had already been resolved. Azerbaijan independently implemented the resolutions adopted by the UN Security Council in 1993. The head of state also spoke about the ongoing improvement work in the liberated territories. Then, the participants of the forum took the floor. The 8th Baku Forum, which will last until November 6, is attended by high-ranking representatives of more than 40 countries, former heads of state and government, representatives of international and non-governmental organizations, as well as other distinguished guests to discuss issues of global importance. About 300 guests joined the event live and online. Panel sessions as part of the event will include discussions on the topics New World Order after COVID-19, New World Economy, Peace, Security and Human Rights in a New Era, Fighting Climate Change and Meeting Global Energy Needs, Public Health and Vaccination, Food and Promotion of Food Security, Youth Speaks, We Listen, Eastern Partnership and its opportunities, as well as the situation in the European Union, the Balkans and the South Caucasus will be discussed. Then, the 2021 Nizami Gəncəvi International Award was presented. İsmail Sarageldin, co-chairman of the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center, said that this year, the Director General of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, and Director General of the UN Office at Geneva, Tatiana Valavaya, were given this award. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Əliyev met with member of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Sefik Džaferović.
Welcome, Mr. President. Very glad to see you again.
Welcome, Mr. President. I am very glad to see you again. I am very glad that you're joining the 8th Global Forum. We met many times and also spoke relatively recently by phone about our partnership, our cooperation, and very friendly ties between our nations. Our countries always supported each other on all the issues. This mutual support makes our partnership very special. I'm very grateful to you personally for your support during the Liberation War which Azerbaijan had last year. There's a lot of in common between our countries and our people know each other better. For almost 50 years, Baku and Sarajevo are sister cities. Of course, that was a time when our countries were not independent, but we continue this close cooperation in the years of independence. I'm sure this visit of yours will be a good opportunity to address broad issues of our cooperation in political, economic and other areas. Welcome once again. Thank you, Mr. President, for your invitation and for the opportunity to participate in the 8th Baku Forum and have the opportunity to speak there. Our two countries have a history of friendship relations, and hopefully in the future we will continue to build on these friendly relations. I have already congratulated you during our telephone conversations, but now I would like to congratulate you once again in person on the reintegration of Azerbaijani territories. You have fought a liberation war in accordance with the rules of international law, and now you're trying to reintegrate and rebuild a part of your territory. And I spoke about it on several occasions, even during the war. We hopefully will continue our cooperation on political, cultural and economic issues. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham received co-chairs of the Nizami Gencevi International Center, Vayra Viki Freibergay and Ismail Sarageldin, former heads of state and government and members of the center's board of trustees. Members of the Nizami Gencevi International Center's board of trustees thanked President İlham Aliyev for his attention and support to the activities of the center. It was noted that during the 44-day war, the center's board members made numerous statements supporting the just and fair position of Azerbaijan. The growing role and influence of the Nizami Gencevi International Center across the globe as an international institution was emphasized. It was noted that the 8th Global Baku Forum, to be held from 4th to 6th November under the motto "The World After COVID-19," is dedicated to a very topical issue. The members of the Board of Trustees of the Nizami Gencevi International Center noted that despite the pandemic, the center continues functioning actively, holding numerous conferences and developing cooperation with other international organizations. It was underlined that the center's board members and other participants of the forum would visit Shusha, the cultural capital of Azerbaijan, on the sidelines of the event. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham Aliyev, received former President of the Republic of Croatia, Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović.
During the conversation, the sides touched upon the importance of the 8th Global Baku Forum to be held under the motto "The World After COVID-19," noting that this event will contribute to international cooperation. The sides recalled President İlham Aliyev's visit to Croatia and his meeting with Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović during the trip, strengthening the role of this visit in expanding the bilateral relations.
On November 3rd, President İlham Aliyev received Chairman of the Board of Directors of the King Faisal Center for Research and Islamic Studies of Saudi Arabia, Turkey Al Faisal.
At the meeting, the significance of the 8th Global Baku Forum to be held under the motto "The World After COVID-19" as a global platform for discussing many important issues was noted, and the arrival of a large number of guests to Baku to participate in the event despite the pandemic was described as indication of interest in this forum and Azerbaijan. During the meeting, the sides held the fruitful cooperation of Saudi Arabia's King Faisal Center for Research and Islamic Studies with Azerbaijan's relevant bodies.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham Aliyev, received former President of Ukraine, Viktor Yushchenko.
The importance of holding the 8th Global Baku Forum under the motto "The World After COVID-19" at the high level was underlined at the meeting. They described the participation of a large number of distinguished guests in the event organized despite the pandemic in Baku as a manifestation of interest in the forum and Azerbaijan. The implementation of fruitful cooperation between the event participants was also held during the conversation.
President İlham Aliyev received former Foreign Minister of Israel, Tzipi Livni.
The sides touched upon the importance of the next Global Baku Forum under the motto "The World After COVID-19." It was noted that President İlham Aliyev's speech at the opening ceremony of the forum aroused great interest. The sides underlined that the participation of many distinguished guests in the event once again demonstrates the significance of the Global Baku Forum. During the conversation, it was underlined that this forum is one of the first events to discuss the challenges facing the international community in the post-pandemic period.
On November 5th, President İlham Aliyev received Secretary General of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states, Baghdad Amreyev.
Pointing to the upcoming summit of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states, the sites noted that the event would contribute to strengthening of cooperation between the member countries and hailed the excellent organization of the summit in 2019 under the chairmanship of Azerbaijan. Secretary General of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states, Baghdad Amreyev, congratulated the head of state on the Victory Day, emphasizing that not only the Azerbaijani people but the entire Turkic world was honored by this victory. President İlham Aliyev thanked for the congratulations. The head of state hailed the support of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states and personally Secretary General Baghdad Amreyev for Azerbaijan's just cause during the patriotic war.
President İlham Aliyev received former Prime Minister of the Republic of Turkey, Binali Yıldırım.
The parties said that the 8th Global Baku Forum under the motto "The World After COVID-19" is a very important international event for discussing important issues. The excellent organization of the forum was praised. The sides noted that the participation of many distinguished guests in the forum despite the pandemic showed interest in this event in Azerbaijan. They expressed confidence that the forum will contribute to the expansion of international cooperation.
President İlham Aliyev also received Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for South Caucasus, Regional Conflicts and Southern Europe, Erika Olsen.
In the course of the meeting, the sides noted that next year will mark the 30th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between Azerbaijan and the United States, that there are long-term and successful partnership relations between the two countries and fruitful cooperation in the energy field. It was noted that the United States is interested in expanding relations with Azerbaijan. During the course of the meeting, the sides noted that there were new opportunities for regional development and cooperation and exchanged views on prospects of cooperation.
On November 1st, President İlham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva visited Ismaili region.
President İlham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva visited a statue of the nationwide leader Heydar Aliyev erected in the center of the city of Ismaili. Within the framework of the visit, they also paid a visit to Lahıç settlement. They then viewed the restoration and reconstruction works carried out at Bedoyun Mosque in Lahıç.
Selamünaleyküm. Selam.
Hoş geldin.
İsmail, Lahıç, İsmail. Cumhuriyeti tarafından bizden kabul edin.
Çok sağ ol. Teşekkür ederim. Çok sağ ol.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Aliyev attended the opening of the Baskal-Sulut Highway, which begins on the 17th kilometer of the Muğanlı-İsmaili Highway in Ismaili region. The head of our state and First Lady attended the inauguration of a new building for the Child and Family Support Center. Afterwards, a new building for the secondary school number 6, named after Natik Bektiyev in the city of Ismaili, was inaugurated.
On November 1st, President İlham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva also visited Şamaxı region.
President İlham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva visited a statue of the nationwide leader Heydar Aliyev in the center of the city of Şamaxı. As part of the visit, the head of state and First Lady attended the inauguration of Northwest Regional SCADA Management Center of Azərbaycan Open Joint Stock Company. They also familiarized themselves with the works carried out in the youth park in Şamaxı city. Then, Şamaxı City Nursery Kindergarten number 7 was inaugurated. Afterwards, Şamaxı Creativity Center was opened. The head of our state and First Lady reviewed the works carried out in Şamaxı City Stadium. They also inaugurated grape growing center of the Ministry of Agriculture in Şamaxı region. President İlham Aliyev and First Lady also attended the opening of new building of Çarhan Village Secondary School named after Heydar Hüseynov. They also inaugurated Pir Saad Baba Pilgrimage Mosque complex located in Şamaxı after reconstruction.
That was all for the week. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned not to miss the next edition of our program.